Welcome back, everybody, to the Trade Waiters podcast, the comic book club where we read a different trade paperback every single week. I'm Daniel, you're Nathan, we're brothers, we read comics.
And you're Serena, and we're siblings and we read comics.
We're siblings and we read comics, and Serena's here too.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know you were chill like that.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course, I have nothing else.
Taking a day off.
This is another episode of We Force Our Friends and Family to be on the podcast.
Almost got all of them.
Yeah.
Just needs to happen
We're
once.
collecting all of them like they're Dragon Balls.
Yeah. Need to get all 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
You like our podcast?
I do, yes.
Big fan?
Big fan.
Likes and
number one supporter.
Likes
actually.
every episode and subscribes on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think everybody else should do that?
Yes. Right now. Smash that like button.
Oh, God. Okay. We can edit that out. No big deal.
Is this your first comic?
That I've read?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
What else have you read?
I bought a Rick and Morty one when we went to...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, free comic book day? Is that what it was?
No. When we were in like California, that
Yeah.
one place in...
Oh, the coffee shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That was
had a
really
Ninja
sick.
Turtle drink. And I
Yeah.
got that.
Low-key, my coffee wasn't that good, but anyway.
Yeah, it was just fine. You really overhyped that place, but
Yeah,
it's whatever.
I was very disappointed.
I just said I like it.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was fun to just get away from the beach. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Shout out that place, whatever it's called. It's in like Oceanside or something. It's a comics and
Yeah,
coffee shop.
Oceanside.
We walked like to the beach after too.
Yeah, it's pretty close to the beach, so not bad. What
Yeah.
other comics?
Rick and Morty. I read another Harley Quinn one. It was one that you gave me, I think. I don't know which one it was, but it was like...
I don't think I gave you any Harley Quinn thing.
Maybe I bought it.
Was it like a floppy? Or was it like that? Or was it like a
No, it was like...
a trade?
Yeah.
Thin thing or a trade? Okay, so she's
Yeah.
a trade waiter too. Nice.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Runs in the family.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. And then you gave me Paper Girls.
Right.
And then this is like my fourth one, I think.
Wow.
All
Seasoned
right.
reader over here.
Wow, jeez.
Do you
Just like your
like-
own podcast?
Do you like comics, or is it just like
I think
whatever?
they're interesting. I just like never have the time to read them.
I think we should
Shout
give her
out
Saga.
Foot Locker for taking
Huh?
up my
I
time.
think we should give her Saga.
That's
think
not
she'd really
age
like-
appropriate for her.
That's
Shut
exactly why we should give it to
I'm
her.
literally almost 18. Okay.
You got to be 18 plus to buy it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
We don't.
You probably do.
I don't think that's a thing.
I might have.
It's not like they
I
rate
don't
them like
have-
rated R or something. They used to have
There's-
like the comics code, but I don't think that's much of a
There's
thing
like
anymore.
some things that I'm sure comic shops won't sell to
like
certain
little
people.
Like if a
I
little
guess.
13-year-old tries to pick up like Berserker
Or like sex criminals or,
or
something.
sex criminals, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's a line there.
I would sell it to them.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, go for it. That's a very safe.
when I have children, I'm gonna have like my comics on the shelf and have like the violent ones up at the top, but like have one violent one that I think is pretty good, just like one under the shelf so that they could just reach it, you know?
I feel like my kids would like come up here, grab sex criminals with their friends, and just flip through it. Be like, look at.
Yeah, I know. That's
Holy
what I
shit.
want to do. That's how you.
Why would you want that?
Because like I feel like if you feel like you're getting away with something, that makes the experience more enjoyable. So if they're just like reaching up, grabbing Berserker, and they're like, "Oh my god, I shouldn't be like reading this or watching it." Like, did you ever go to a movie you weren't supposed to see, like sneak into a rated R thing, underage?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the same thing in my head. So
Fair enough.
when I have a kid, I'll have fucking, I don't know, probably sex criminals or like Kill or Be Killed or something. Like,
Yeah, that shit's great though.
yeah.
That's not that violent.
Let them
So.
explore on their own, but you're actually plotting it.
Yeah, but
like,
I know when they do that, and then
it's
I'll ask
time
them
for
about
you
it.
to learn.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's accidentally not in alphabetical order.
Yeah, I'll make it just high enough so that they can reach it. That's my plan.
Anyway, we got time codes in the description, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
You got the news, you got the book, we got Back Matter Matters, and the poll list.
Uh-huh.
And what do we start with?
We start with the news.
Do you have any comic book news?
I do have one.
Oh, nice.
I do have one.
Prepared.
So 2 days ago was the 14th anniversary of The Dark Knight, right?
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that because I
Okay.
follow comic books or whatever. You know?
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
you're a bit of a nerd out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically on your level at this
Pretty
point. so.
quirky,
Yeah.
pretty nerdy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm into like this comic book thing.
I mean, if you can come to me about comic books.
Yeah.
If you got
That's
some
actually
questions,
where we
I can help
source
you.
our news. Is from Serena. No, yeah,
Yeah.
I did see that. It's been 14 years since the Dark Knight came out.
I should just change the theme video instead of like comic news. It's like Serena news. It's like her face.
Jail. No.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
Dislike.
Look out
Your
for that.
first dislike is gonna be me.
Yeah, that's some good news, Serena. Good job. Good job.
Good
Other
movie.
news that we got from Serena. James Corden is rumored to be playing Grand Admiral Thrawn in an upcoming live-action Disney Plus Ahsoka series.
There's no way. That's so fake.
I know it's probably fake,
That's
but I
like
saw
the-
it
That's so.
and I thought it
it's
was
like,
so funny.
It could.
Could not be more fake.
It could only be like Benedict Cumberbatch and like that's it, or
Yeah.
maybe one of the Skarsgård people or something.
Thrawn's like a Sith Lord, so imagine if like James Corden, this motherfucker right here, was like Darth Maul.
Bye.
So I saw that and I was like, that's funny as fuck. So I'm just,
Yeah, no shot.
I'm gonna take it. But for real news, there's a new Namor. What do we do? Namor. There's a new Namor, the Submariner comic coming out. So that's James
They would have
Corden.
to like suck back his double chin.
That's so mean.
They just have like a turtleneck that goes all the way up here.
No, I would do the same thing.
What
But
if James Corden watched this?
He does. He's a big fan.
Put me on the show.
Sorry, new Namor series? Or?
Yeah, new Namor series that's going to take place 100 years into the future on a mostly flooded Earth.
Oh,
where
cool.
Namor rules the world.
I like that.
Bit of a commentary on like climate change and melting ice caps. a
And
little bit.
if we don't do something, it's going to be like
Yeah,
this.
Namor's like, I was telling
Namor's
you
going
guys.
to rule the world.
Namor's like, you guys should keep driving trucks and stuff. That way I'll have more to rule.
Do we know who's on it? Or
Christopher Cantwell is the writer,
Okay.
and I don't have the artist here. He didn't tweet it, so that's on him.
I remember there was a Namor series like a couple of years ago, and I have the #1 and haven't read it. I only bought it because it was like a Scotty Young cover. But that was it. I guess it didn't go well because I don't even think I saw #2.
Yeah, I know Chip did 1, and then he did Invaders, which had him largely in it. So
Oh,
pretty
for
cool.
sure.
Pretty cool. Oni Press laid off a bunch of people.
They say why?
No, but they were just like, we're proud of our long history in the business, in like a statement that they said, and a lot of people were like, this is the worst like apology that you could put. So
That's like a publisher that publishes the Rick and Morty comics.
Oh,
yeah,
for
yeah,
real?
yeah.
They just laid off a bunch of people.
They're like, sorry about it, but
Yeah, so they were just like, we started
Damn.
Lionforge Comics 11 years ago specifically to make great creator-driven content, and Oni's history is 25 years in the business. They were just like, we see an incredibly exciting future, not just for the company, but for our fans.
Not
and
for
content.
these people, though.
Yeah, not for those people. Not the people we let off, though. That sucks for them, but for
That
you
sucks,
guys,
man.
yeah, I know.
Can you imagine just having a job at like a comics publisher and how fucking sick that'd be?
Just get
And
laid
then
off.
it's just like,
And it's just like,
because
well,
DC did the same thing, right? Like
not too long ago, yeah.
a couple months ago.
They
And so
axed.
like you have this sick job and you're like, you don't know if you're gonna be able to keep it, you know?
yeah.
wait, so was it just out of nowhere, or did they
It was like pretty sudden. Like I remember people like tweeting that like, hey, I'm looking for a job now, and he just laid me off. And there was like people that I follow that were like trying to signal boost them kind of deal, and so they were like retweeting them. So it seemed pretty out of nowhere.
That sucks. I'm sure it's like a financial thing, but
It must be.
still sucks though.
It does suck. What do you got for news, Daniel?
Nathan, this is like a rumor because Comic-Con's this weekend.
This weekend?
So hopefully some news from Marvel.
Yeah.
Anthony Starr is rumored to play Dracula in an upcoming Blade movie.
I heard that he was in talks with Marvel, but do you watch The Boys, Serena? Or have you seen
No, but I've heard about it.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's Homelander. I would love to see him in something, and I could watch that dude make weird faces for like 6 seasons of The Boys. So I'd be definitely excited to see him somewhere else.
This actor to play like
You
Dracula.
might see some memes.
So
that
ugly.
Recently surfaced. Him?
Smash or pass.
Wait, let me see the picture.
Show him the one you showed me.
This one?
Yeah.
That's fine. I feel like.
I mean,
he looks better
it
without.
just looks like a grouchy
He's not
dad.
a natural blonde though, so
Yeah, no.
See, I think that's why.
yeah, it must be. But yeah, that'd be cool to see him
Anyway.
cast in something. Dracula's a bit weird, but
I feel like now that he's got all this like attention on him, he could definitely
it'd be weird to see him in like with pale skin,
and
like slicked back hair, I guess. But
in vampire fangs or
he's not a
whatever.
big vampire guy, so I don't know. I would rather see him somewhere else. But
They're cool sometimes.
eh.
I don't know if they do like a nerdy kind of like lame Dracula. It's like, oh, or
Yeah,
whatever.
no, yeah.
I think it'd be more like a 30 Days of Night kind of
Even still,
like vampire.
I like Blade was playing like at the gym the other day.
Blade would?
Yeah,
I've
Blade
never
was.
even seen those movies.
I like haven't seen them in like years, so I barely like remember any of them. But I just was like watching as I was running, and I didn't have the audio, so it wasn't like the full experience. But I was just like, this movie looks bad.
I think
Wesley
people
Snipes
really
is
like those
fucking buff
movies.
though. Yeah, people really like him, so I should watch him and give him a try again. But
Yeah, for sure. We got a season 3 trailer for The Mandalorian.
oh, I didn't catch that.
Looks pretty fucking cool. I mean, it doesn't really tell us anything. The one thing I was excited about was the actor who plays Mr. Kim in Kim's Convenience. He's like gonna be in it. I don't know what he's doing, but he's in it. And I'm just excited for that.
Dang, good for him.
He's also gonna play Uncle Iroh in like the Avatar live action series.
I forgot they were doing that.
Yeah, I know. Have you seen Kim's Convenience?
I hate Avatar. I'm sorry.
Have you seen Kim's Convenience?
The Last Airbender.
No.
Oh.
No, not that one. Oh, I thought you meant the guy with the blue people. Or whatever.
No.
I
Yeah,
was about to say.
that is Avatar, but
But
we're talking about the last.
We're talking about the guy.
Oh, okay, my fault.
He's not blue everywhere, just an arrow on his head. That's the only blue.
Oh, yeah, I know Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Avatar you're thinking of, they're blue everywhere. They color outside the lines.
Have you seen the new trailer for that though? It looks dumb.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan
They
of
said
it
like
either.
5 words. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like look water.
Like, oh wow.
Sea animals.
I don't
Crazy.
know. It was just fine. But anyway,
You know, Night of the Ghoul by Scott Snyder and Francisco Francavilla.
I sure do.
It's coming into print, but they're going to be 3 oversized issues. So they're going to combine like 2 or
Wait.
3 of them at a time.
Was there 6 total?
Probably about 6, yeah.
Okay.
So I imagine just like double-sized issues. So that's pretty cool.
That shit was like the best one.
I still haven't read it, so
Really? It's
I
awesome.
need to, but yeah.
Like which one did you read? Like We Have Demons and
I read that, didn't like it,
and then
and
Clear.
then Clear, yeah.
Yeah, no, I like this one better than Clear, personally.
Sweet.
Because it's
Yeah,
got
I'll
like
have to read it.
old school horror vibes to it, and then like
Love that.
Francavilla's like art.
I wonder if they'll do a trade
Yeah,
I-
probably.
by October.
What is that, Dark Horse?
Yeah, Dark Horse is going to be doing it.
For sure. I don't have any other news.
I have something exciting, but I think it falls more into the pull list, so
Okay,
I'll
sounds
just leave
good.
that for later.
Is that it then?
That's a little bit of foreshadowing for the people listening.
Wow,
I got
they're
some
definitely
exciting
gonna
news.
stick around for
Yeah,
another
definitely
half
stick
hour
around.
just for that.
Yeah, but let's get into the book that we read then this week. What was it called, Serena?
Harley Quinn, No Good Deed.
Oh wow, nice. I didn't even remember this.
Really?
It's a fucking Harley Quinn book.
It's
I don't
just
know.
because I had to like look it up 15 times because Amazon wouldn't let me like.
Oh, you have to go
download
through
it.
the
It
whole.
was
Like-
such a process for me
So-
to try to explain like how shitty this app is
Well,
and how to buy something.
Bro, I literally knew how to buy it, but it literally said just like download sample. And I was like, I bought the Kindle, not bought, but I downloaded the Kindle app and the Comixology
Yeah.
app too, and literally didn't give me anything. But
no one
I figured
gatekeeps comics better than Amazon.
it out. Literally.
Like, no, you're not cool enough.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a big pain in the ass. So did you read it on Comixology or on Kindle?
Kindle. I don't
Wow.
know why it didn't let me do it on Comixology.
Like you're 80 years old.
All right.
You just got a Kindle.
All right. I'm about to delete it after this.
I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
care.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I thought it was really entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the art style.
Yeah, I think that
That was like the best part.
was the
Yeah.
highlight for me. I think the story was like a little bit weird because it was talking about like the Joker War, which is like a continuity thing that had like just happened.
Yeah.
I didn't really read it because I was bored with Batman by the time it got to the Joker War, so I don't really know what happened there. So I think
They're-
we're all approaching it from the same place of like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about with
They're
the Joker
also
War.
talking about like Punchline, which I know what it is, but
Yeah.
who she is. And then there's also like the Clown Hunter that they mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds like a cool villain. Or
Yeah.
whatever, but
Jorge Jimenez designed him.
okay. So
Yeah, so he's a cool one.
right.
What'd you think, Daniel?
Sorry,
The
I
silence.
had a thought and I was gonna say it, but then it left me. Yeah, I think the art was like the best part of this, and then the story. It seemed like relatively self-contained, just because I was able to read this and like know what was going on for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time, I guess.
Yeah. I think next time we bring people on, we should just like get comics that we know are pretty fucking fire.
Yeah, and then
force
just
them to
have
read that because
because this is like our first
Although
like,
I think
Harley
this
Quinn
is-
book we've done, and
Yeah.
I've never read a Harley Quinn book, so it's just kind of. I'm sure this isn't like the best one that's out there.
So you didn't put me on, is what you're saying.
No, sorry.
Awkward.
You didn't what? Put you on?
Yeah, put you on like good comics.
Oh, the good shit?
Yeah, the good shit.
No. We were just like, this will work. It's something new. Because I always like to read stuff new, but sometimes new shit's not like great. So,
Right.
but I think for the most part, I did like have a good time with this. It's just weird with like the continuity things and stuff like that. But
I didn't like
I
how
do
there
love
was-
Riley Rossmo's artwork.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't really love how there was like a caption in like almost like every panel, which
Yeah.
was a little tedious.
I think some of her dialogue was maybe like a little bit corny, but I wrote down the
think
ones that I hated the most. So I'm going to bring that up.
You know, they kind of felt really natural. Like it didn't seem like anything was like forced too much, and like I didn't like cringe at anything.
I cringed at like 2 things.
Okay,
And I wrote them down.
Okay.
Perfect. We'll get to it.
Yeah. But also what's weird about this trade is that they had like this Batman Urban Legends #1 part of it, which is not the actual series, but it's like a lead up to this trade that they included inside of it.
Yeah.
So like the first issue, I just kind of covered briefly, but it's like a preview or like an issue 0 basically. And it kind of it's the gist of it is that Harley Quinn's like back in Gotham and she used to like have this nice relationship with Poison Ivy, but they like aren't a thing anymore. And like that's all we really get from it. And it's just her being like, oh, I have this plant from her and that was nice. That's like really it. But what I do like about this issue is that there's a really good line where she says, nothing grows without a little rain. And I thought that was a nice thought. And I was like,
I like that.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, let's get into so that's like the first issue. Now this is the real issue 1. So the first issue, this is what like the real like first issue with Riley Rossmo and stuff on it. But Harley's like trying to embrace herself as like a new Harley, new year, new Harley kind of deal. And she's like, she changed her look and she's trying to like make amends with old enemies. And it starts with Killer Croc, which I think is fun because she like brings a cake that says, I'm sorry to like Killer Croc. And they just like immediately start fighting. But I guess it's like really hard for people to get past like the old Harley, obviously, because like I guess this Joker War thing just happened and people associate Joker with Harley.
There was a bit where she was saying like that her slate is pretty clean because of the stuff that she did in like the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like satisfying that someone actually like finished their shit with the Suicide Squad and like got out.
She's like,
because it feels like they're just Harley Quinn's in it like all the time.
Yeah, she's constantly in and out.
And then if you're not Harley Quinn, you basically just die.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so it's like
that is
everyone's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get out," but they don't. Like,
yeah,
they just die.
It's just they're just doomed. Yeah, that's a good point. She's like, I did my time. I'm good.
Yeah, like.
But so she goes back to her apartment and she finds Batman there, and she starts to like explain her plans of like making amends with people.
Just to backtrack, this is like my second least favorite Killer Croc design, just because like the scales were like a little lazy. They just did like a grid basically.
I like his pants. Where do you find those?
Good pants.
Yeah,
good stretchy pants.
He got them. He got them.
Probably Lulu.
Fitted.
And then if they rip, he can just take them back in a new pair.
No, those have to be like tailored, right? Like he went to like Men's Warehouse and he's like, I got a weird request.
He's probably on like a 40 waist, I'd say.
Those are like formal pants though. Like he probably, I assume he had a dress shirt on before this. He was probably partying. Yeah, he was probably partying somewhere.
You know what I mean with the scales?
I didn't notice that at first. I actually do like this Killer Croc. What's your least favorite Killer Croc?
Yes.
The Jeff Johns one?
No, that one's awesome.
Suicide Squad?
Think about who I don't
Mm-hmm.
like.
Oh, JR?
Yes.
When did we read that?
And did you read All-Star Batman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Killer Croc was in that. And he did the same thing with the scales. It's just like a bunch of squares.
You know what?
And it pissed me off.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I do like when she's...
Everything else about this book looks great except for this.
Yeah, I love like Rossmo's art. His stuff is so like energetic.
It really fits like a Harley Quinn book.
It does, yeah. It's like kind of like a silly kind of art style, but it fits really well in like in this context. And I like when she's walking back to her apartment and she's kind of got like there's like an older like Harley Quinn costume that's like showing up as like a ghost or like a devil on the shoulder kind of deal. And
yeah, like a conscience.
Yeah, it's like a conscience thing, and she's like, just kill this guy that's making fun of you. Also, I really like Rossmo's Batman.
Me too.
He's like...
Dude, what's his leg, though?
His leg's pretty fun. But like that's how he does his legs. I don't know. His legs are so like fluid. But I like how this Batman like slouches over, and he's kind of like hunched almost
I like
all the
how
time.
like I don't
He
know
just
what
seems
page
like a
is it.
weird man.
Yeah, I do like his design. It's just that like his legs get better like later in the book. But this leg, I'm just like, what is that? It didn't even look like he had pants on for a second.
What's funny is one of the most recognizable thing about Rossmo is like the way that he does legs.
Dude, his calves are insane.
Yeah, he does have pretty insane calves. I also
My
like how he
dream,
does
bro.
his feet. Like Harley's pretty much tiptoeing like every single
whole
time.
time.
Yeah, but you can tell he just like
Oh shit, I didn't even notice.
it's like a thing where like comic book artists don't really care to like draw feet, so they try and
Feet are hard.
because it's hard to like place them in the environment and have it like all the proportions work with like their leg and stuff. So they just kind of like do everything they can to avoid drawing feet, and you can tell that Rossmo does that because he just does like a little like V.
Yeah.
But so Batman like I don't know
Yeah.
listens to Harley's whole thing, and he goes to stop a riot, and Harley follows after him, which is where Harley stops Batman from beating up Kevin, who's an ex-Joker gang guy. And so Harley basically takes him in to hopefully transform him into a good guy. And Kevin's a great design.
Dude, the double chin.
He's got a double chin with a tattoo on the double chin that makes it look like
To
an
accentuate
additional
the double
face.
chin.
Yeah. Which I think is really funny.
I was genuinely confused on what face was his. Like,
Yeah, it was a little jarring. I think
Yeah.
doing it in the red helps.
Yeah. This dude looks like a thumb. For sure.
He looks like a peanut M&M, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, looks like the yellow one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I really like the dynamic between like Harley and Batman, because like Harley's like, hell yeah, I'm totally working for Batman. And then Kevin's like, it didn't really seem like that to me. I don't know.
There is a part where he's talking to like Oracle, and then like Harley's like, "Oh, you hear the voices too?"
Yeah, that was good. And I like this page where Batman's like stopping this riot or whatever, and he throws like down a smoke screen, and like the panels are just like inside of him
Yes.
as he's
Yeah,
doing
that shit's
action.
dope.
Love that.
Yeah, so that was like a really creative composition. So he does good Batman stuff.
They should do that in every Batman book.
They should. It's so good.
Yes.
But,
Especially if they can just make him like a big black silhouette.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah, it's really, really clever. And so at the end, we see Hugo Strange plans to go to Gotham to get rid of the rest of the clowns, and he wants to like be looked at as a leader. So he's like the big bad. And Hugo Strange, like the Hugo Strange design's pretty different because he's more like Kingpin, I guess, a little bit bulkier. Because
Yeah, he's,
normally
like,
I think he's kind of like
gigantic.
a skinny guy.
Yeah, normally he looks like just this agent dude
Yeah,
with a beard, you know, and the glasses.
those glasses are insane. It just seems like
They
he
look
just,
like they're embedded into his skin.
Yeah, it does.
Like he was
Really?
born with them or something.
Yeah, it looks like those. It looks like when he was a kid, he tried to put on goggles that were too small, and then the straps ripped.
It would suck into his
and
eyes.
they sucked into his eyes too good,
Yeah.
and he couldn't take them off. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun, kind of design for Hugo. But that's issue 1.
It definitely fits into Rossimo's art style. Like
Yeah.
he definitely just made it how he wanted to.
And I respect that.
And I don't care about Hugo Strange enough to be like,
that's
not
not
what
what
he
he
looks
looks
like.
That's not my Hugo Strange. So yeah, issue 2. So Hugo Strange is like introduced by the mayor as like the head of a new program for healing criminals called SAFE. And Harley's like not happy about this because she knows Hugo Strange, obviously. And so Kevin and Harley are like working together. Kevin like brings her coffee, but brings her like 6 different kinds of coffee because she doesn't know what she likes.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely doesn't like black coffee.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes on that. He's like,
Yeah.
only psychopaths drink black coffee.
And I'm like, it's not that bad.
I just thought
Yeah.
about when you said like hot bean water.
Yeah, enjoy your
just
hot
like-
bean water.
I love black coffee, and I just don't like having to always have creamer or whatever
That's
to
fair.
make it good.
I mean, just like throw some milk in there at least.
Yeah.
No, then it just makes it like watered down, like coffee, I guess.
Disagree.
Yeah.
It makes it more coffee, if anything. But so Kevin remembers like a dark memory when he was like a Joker gang guy, and he was like being pressured into burning down a building, but he didn't know that there were people inside. And so he's like, Harley, I want to be like you now. I want to become good, kind of deal. And I think that's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was like a Joker guy, I didn't think this guy could look much worse, but his fit that
Right.
he had was not very flattering. His hair's all
His
funky.
hair, bro.
And he's got these like pants that go up to like his nips, and they're just like green and black polka dots.
And then he's got like a jersey tucked into it. Like
Yeah, like I don't know.
This is a style nowadays. You
I
know,
guess
like
so, for
high,
clowns.
high
I just
don't understand it.
I just don't understand clown gigolo culture, I guess.
You're just not like that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I'm not I'm not sick like that.
You're not chill like that.
So that's nice. And then we see Hugo's facility for a little bit, and they're like taking in people against their will that like weren't even clowns to begin with, but he like are taking them in anyway. And then Hugo hears about Harley's return to Gotham, and he sends men after her. And Harley manages to like beat them up and take their van and sort of like escape with Kevin. One of my favorite things in like comics is when like the lettering acts as like the panel. And so when Harley was like ambushed, there's like this lettering that says crack, but it's like actually action going inside the panel.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
I think it's I just like really love Rossmo's designs on the page, because there's even like just under that, some of the panels are like shattered to like emphasize some of the action that's going on. I think it's really cool. So that's pretty neat.
I would say if I was like just spontaneously picking this up issue to issue, I probably would have stopped after this one, just because I don't know, the flow of it, I guess. Not like the flow, but how it sparks my interest, you know?
Yeah, like it didn't seem like there was anything like super unique, I guess. It's just kind of like new guy comes in, tries to like cure crime in Gotham, but is doing it in like a not very ethical way. Like I'm sure that's been done before, kind of deal. So
Sure.
But
Using a system.
So yeah, Rossmo's definitely the highlight for me. Keeps the energy flowing.
Has he? You said he did Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he did Martian Manhunter, where he was like a detective.
I could definitely see him having like a really long career of just like doing books that fit his art style, and then him just letting him go free with it.
Yeah,
because like just the stuff on like his Instagram is like not enough, you know?
Yeah, and you can tell he has like fun with it, because even like Harley's hair all the time is like flowing like upwards for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's just like really fun to look at. So in issue 3, there's like this experimental serum that Hugo is trying on clowns, and it's like not working, and it's like pretty much killing people, it seems like. And Harley creates a community support group for clowns, trying to like work through their problems, and some people show up, and Harley like starts her own speech and stuff to kick it off, but one of the people attending is like Hugo's right-hand man, and there's like an ambush of men that go to take out the clowns. So that sucks. Imagine like going to like a drug support group and then the DEA crashes in. And it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good way to get clowns, I guess, if you're Hugo's guy. So pretty smart on him, but that sucks for the clowns.
I actually kind of like giggled to like her like opening joke that she had for like the support group.
Oh, what did she say?
Fashionably late.
She's like, thanks you all for coming. I'm Harley Quinn, and I'm an addict. Addicted to positive mental health, that is.
That one was a pretty good one.
It's like, I don't know. I
like
expected like the
mom.
worst thing, you know, and it ended up being like, okay. I'm like, I like
she
that.
knows her audience. Yeah, she's like a preppy like soccer mom.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to positive mental health. And there's also a line in there where like Hugo's guy is like, you should leave this to professionals, and then Harley's like, I have a fucking PhD. Like, I am a professional. I thought that was really good. Pretty empowering.
Yeah, people forget.
Yeah. So there's a fight. They take Kevin in like a van away, which Harley tries to stop, but she gets knocked off, and then she escapes into like the sewer, and she's all defeated and stuff, and then she runs into Solomon Grundy down there, which is not somebody I expected in this book, but
yeah,
love me some Solomon Grundy.
On page 79, there's a cool bit where she's like fighting that dude that crashed the support group, and there's like arrows that show like her movement throughout the panel, which is really sick.
Yeah, I wrote that out too. Like it's fun when like something's not like super linear, so they try and find creative ways to like point the direction of your eye. There's a couple panels where he just like wrote down like little sticky notes with like the number of the panel. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's
like
somewhere
1, 2, 3.
It looks like it's him like doing his layouts, but he's just like, I'll just include this, I guess.
Almost as if it was like a crime scene or something, and those are
that's a good point.
Little things for evidence.
Yeah, but I like what he did with the arrows here, because the panels overlap each other, but I could see how you might get kind of confused. So that's very helpful.
I don't understand why they thought that, you know, posting about this support group would not get them crashed, you know? Like, Hugo would obviously find that.
That's
he
true.
has people looking for him. and they're trying to stay under the radar.
She's kind of quirky, though. So maybe she's just like, we'll be fine. We could have one. There is one of the lines I thought was very cringy, and when she's like on the van trying to save Kevin, and she says, "These car share services are getting intense."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ooh, not that one didn't hit for me.
It was forced.
I'm
Definitely.
like, just fuck off. Yeah, we get it. You're in a crazy situation. Don't make an Uber joke.
We get it. You're Harley Quinn.
Yeah, because it's like trying to be like, I guess, Spider-Man. I guess a little bit too much.
Sure.
Because I could see that being a line that like Spider-Man would say, but Spider-Man's more.
Would it be funnier if Spider-Man said
No,
It'd be funny if a man said it, Nathan.
Yeah.
I think
You say
so.
girls aren't
sexist
funny?
or
I really
what?
just think that men should, like, women should just stop being funny.
Oh my God.
No, I think if Spider-Man did it, I would think it's just as cringy. But with a Spider-Man comic, you expect there to be like those quips in there that like don't all necessarily hit, because that's like, I don't know. I guess that's more expected.
The reason why I didn't really think about it too much was because like Harley Quinn like never shuts up, and so she's always
that's also a good point.
she's
that's
always
very
gonna
true.
say something, and I'm most of the time probably not gonna like it,
Yeah, true.
So I just kind of
I guess that's my
expected
mindset with
it.
Spider-Man too. Like even when he's fighting, he's just like trying to throw out a quip or whatever. So
yeah,
it's like the same thing. But yeah, issue 4, she has a chess match with Grundy, which is really nice.
Yeah, this was my favorite part when he was just like, they were having that. She was like talking down on herself or whatever, and then he was just like, "You Harley Quinn," and then she's like, "You're right."
I am Harley Quinn.
And she like starts going on like he said like this whole inspirational quote. Like
It's funny that they chose Grundy of all characters to have like Harley make an internal breakthrough. He's like, "Oh my God, thank you, Solomon. I needed to hear that."
I like how Solomon Grundy like is helping her with like grammar.
Yeah.
whomever.
Yeah, whomever. He says
Yeah.
that. That's pretty funny.
She's like, I'm not Batman or Batgirl or Batdog or whoever else Bats
whatever.
is slapping his symbol on these days. He's like, whomever.
He's like, whatever. Yeah, I like their makeshift chest board as well. And he's like kneeling down. He's like such a big bulking man,
Yeah.
and he's just like,
Solomon Grundy's basically just a zombie. I don't know if you knew that.
yeah.
It's kind of
Just-
obvious.
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of Frankenstein for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
kinda the same
idea,
That's
yeah.
exactly what it is.
So Kevin was taken into safe headquarters, and he's injected with that serum by Hugo Strange, and he goes into like this trippy nightmare sequence where Hugo's like still talking to him, trying to convince him that Hugo's actually like the good guy. And that was a pretty crazy like double page spread.
Oh, yeah,
'cause-
it's like the best one.
yeah, I think it's just like some trippy shit, and like again he does like the thing with like the arrows where the arrows kind of like point you to the next panel and stuff.
Right.
And he has like the sticky notes
And
there
the
too.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Yeah, which helps.
Yeah, it does help.
So Harley puts together like a makeshift Batman costume and tries to sneak into the safe facility, but she gets like caught almost immediately, and she gets brought to Hugo, and that's pretty much that issue. But I do like this first pose where she puts on like the thing and she's trying to be Batman.
Like the shadow.
Yeah, and
That's so funny.
like her facial expression like got nailed because it looks like she's trying to be confident and stoic, but like maybe a little bit too much. So she just looks like she's not
Yeah.
really sure about herself.
She's
too
like
much.
kind of panicking.
Yeah, she's like, But I like that her cape is just like a quilt with hearts on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. But so issue 5, and this is like kind of like the end of where a normal trade would be, but they had like a fill-in issue for issue 6. But
Right.
there's like a quick scene from the past as like Hugo Strange is Batman, which apparently is a thing that happened. I didn't know that about Hugo.
Yeah, he always seemed like he was doing some shit in a lab or something.
Yeah, but that's a dope like first page because Batman has like the orange eyes and you don't realize that it's him yet. That's like Hugo. But
This is a real fun like proportion like Batman
yeah,
because he's just like absolutely huge and has a small ass head.
got a big ass chin too, like some
Yeah.
Crimson Chin looking dude.
Yeah.
So Harley's in Hugo's facility now as like an example for Hugo, and she makes a daring escape by asking for a bathroom break. And while she's in the bathroom, she clogs the drains and then uses one of the like electric batons from the guards to shock them, which is pretty fun. I also like a good just like shocking animation where like you see their skulls and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, love
Like
that.
it's fucking Home Alone.
Yeah,
2
Home
or
Alone.
something.
That's what I think of every time. But yeah, that's always fun.
Her face in like the corner. is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, like when she's about to shock him. Like
Right there.
Oh yeah, she's looking pretty sinister.
I literally was like, oh my god.
And so she finds Kevin, and Solomon Grundy breaks in from the floor to cause chaos, but also creates an escape for the both of them, which is pretty smart. I
so
think.
she goes to like a bathroom, right, to get away from him.
Yeah.
And then spits some sort of like tech tooth into the toilet and flushes it. Is that how Solomon Grundy just communicates or something?
I don't know. I don't know what that device was.
Because obviously goes to the sewers where Solomon is.
I thought that was just supposed to clog the toilet.
Yeah.
What clogged the toilet? Did she shit too? Is that what you're saying?
No, she did it with toilet paper.
That
Yeah,
makes
look
sense.
at in this scene right here.
Did you even read it, Nathan?
I did read it.
Right here. So,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you could just
Oh,
see
she
her.
shoves a bunch of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So maybe it was just like a little tracker thing for Solomon, and she's like, "Look at this like pipe. When you see a weird thing come out, just smash through."
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that. But yeah, so Solomon breaks in. There's a bunch of chaos. But before Harley leaves, she wants her stuff back. So she goes back into the facility to get like her bat, and then she goes face to face with Hugo. And so they duke it out for a little bit. She beats him up and then leaves with Kevin and the other clowns. And then it's revealed that Hugo's working with someone named Keepsake, which is like an original character, I think.
Skip
And-
past the best part where she found the Batman suit.
Oh yeah, there's a she was making fun of him, and she's like, "What is that? Like a sex thing with
Yeah.
like, the Batman suit?" And then the Batman suit's still there in the
And
closet.
all the plushies of all like the heroes and
that was pretty
stuff.
cute. There's like a Solomon one.
Yeah.
There's like a Mr. Freeze and like a
Two-Face.
Bane one.
Oh, I like the Mr. Freeze.
I like the fuck. What's the cat dude's name?
Oh,
Am I forgetting his
Wildcat?
name? Wildcat. Yeah.
Yeah, he's bad. I didn't even see him. I didn't look at this very closely.
I like the
but
Clayface one.
What is this like squid thing behind Wildcat?
The Watchman squid.
No way.
I don't know. But there's
the
yeah,
Two-Face is pretty good. Oh, they got
Yeah.
the Zaz.
with just like little stitchings. Yeah, that is pretty cute. So wait, what was that? Does he just like have those?
Yeah.
He's just a fan of
Yeah.
plushies.
In his office, I think.
And
Well,
then
everybody's
Harley
got their
takes the
thing.
Grundy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is pretty cute, to be fair. Yeah, so Keepsake is interesting, but
No, it's not.
it's not. Yeah, you're right. I'm like, okay, so there's just another guy. They did a Darth Sidious.
There's a guy that hired. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's actually this guy the whole time.
And he's got a bunch of stuff on, and his face is on fire or something. And he's got a big
Reminds me of
black
Pumpkin.
cloak.
like the
Reminds you what?
Pumpkin. Like, it just looks weird.
he looks like a
His
jack-o'-lantern.
face, yeah.
Yeah,
He's kind of got like what is it? Scarecrow from like the Arkham games, like just the shit that he's wearing.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that.
I kind of feel like we don't know his identity, but I feel like
He's
it's
got an
probably
umbrella.
I feel like it's probably the mayor in the beginning that brought Hugo in to be a part of the safe thing or whatever. But I don't really care. So, but like that's like that wraps up the story arc, and then there's like an additional issue 6.
Maybe it's just like a filler one since they didn't have Riley,
Yeah, maybe
and then he probably continues the next trade.
he
And
does.
so
He's
he
like
does.
still on it.
Yeah, they just didn't know like whether to put this first or like last in the
Yeah.
trade, so that we just got shoved in here.
Yeah, but this one's like centered on Catwoman instead, because it's still like Harley trying to make amends with people and stuff, and so
What do you think of this Catwoman design? Like
Yeah.
the suit?
I like it. I don't know. I just.
There's one
does
thing
the
that you
armpit
didn't like.
thing make sense to you?
No. See, maybe it was just for.
It's
you
gotta
know,
breathe.
No, you know how on black clothes when you put on like deodorant, it has that white smudge. Like
Oh,
every time,
true.
I think that's why.
It's for stains. Well, this
Yeah.
is like a leather suit. I
But
imagine.
it's still, but like you know how
Still.
like you perfectly put it under and
Yeah.
there's still white stuff on you. Like
Yeah.
that pisses me off.
That's
but
what
maybe,
it's for.
Degree is shameless. Let me
Yeah,
tell ya.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
that's
think.
probably what it is. Cause like, yeah, you're right. You
They do
you
that
put on
like
deodorant
a lot.
and then
But for me, I feel like I would put my arm through the armpit hole and I would just be like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like how does she put
They're
it
like, I'm
on?
going sleeveless today.
so like, is that sleeve attached in like to the shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
it's one piece, or maybe the head. Maybe it's connected to the headpiece.
I don't love it.
They do it all the time, and I just think it makes so much sense. And then you can get a little side titty. You know,
Yeah, I guess that's good.
that's what it's all about, Nathan.
But it's also I feel like
This is comics.
I feel like it'd be really uncomfortable if you're like
I think
lifting
that's.
up your arms.
I think that's the only way you can lift up your arms. Because if it's like leather, you could probably just lift your arms like that high.
Yeah, true.
True.
So I think it's just practicality, you know.
But then, like, what happens at her wrist? Or does she have like
Right.
half gloves?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the
ones that
They
go
are
under.
half gloves. Look at this. Look at this hand.
they're just fingers. They just cover your fingers. You know
Interesting.
how like only
are
your fingers
slipping
are
off.
cold, but not your hands.
They're glove.
Gloveless fingers.
They're palmless gloves
Homeless gloves.
instead of fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my favorite. But basically,
Yeah.
like this issue, they want to stop another shipment of that serum from getting into Hugo's facility. So they just like stop that shipment. But we also find out that Scarecrow is like pretty much funding the SAFE program that Hugo's running. So like that's a part of it as well. This is like the newer Scarecrow design.
I like it.
It is pretty sick. I didn't go very far into like the Batman run that
I
the
don't get,
Joker War happens.
I don't like the straw hat.
I think it's cool.
He just looks like a farmer.
I like his little gas mask thing.
Gas mask is
The
cool.
gas masks.
It's got like
The-
stitches on it.
Everything else I am totally cool with. It's just the hat.
I like it.
Makes
I'm
me
like,
think of that
that's
guy
new.
from like Mortal Kombat.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy
But
with
when
the
you think
little-
of like a Scarecrow, like on a farm and
it has
his
a
ass
hat,
is
yeah.
like standing like this, like it's got a hat on typically.
Hold on. I gotta think.
Like look up Google pictures Scarecrow.
and you'll literally.
I know
see-
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Um,
I think
Let's see here.
I like that.
So I
design.
think I like the Arkham Knight look with like the hood.
that one's good.
That shit looks good. Or just like
I don't like
the Dark Knight
I
one.
don't like that one.
you don't like the
it's a
fucking bag,
sack.
the potato sack.
It's a potato sack. Not my favorite.
Let me see the Dark Knight one.
Or no, it's Batman Begins.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens.
He basically just had this like
Oh
potato
yeah,
sack
that was
on him.
very like. You could literally do
It's
that as your own
fine.
outfit. Like
It's fine.
I
That's all
I
it
like
is.
an easy cosplay. Okay.
I don't like
fair.
that. Yeah.
Just go buy potatoes. The cosplay is you eat potatoes for a week and then you have.
and you rip it
A
up and
scarecrow.
stitch it back together.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much they just stop that shipment. Like some of the serum gets on Harley and she's like, "Oh, I was fucking Batman for a bit, so I have some antidote." But that's it. So
But she pushed Catwoman out of the way, so
yeah, that
she
was
could
nice of
hit,
her
yeah.
to do that.
That's why.
This is really cool art too. Like
Yeah, I don't know who the
it's
artist is,
real
but
real classic. You know, DC
They do
looking
well.
comics.
yeah. So that's pretty much it. So let's get into Back Matter Matters.
Back matter matters.
So we got covers. Is that all it is? Covers?
Um,
Oh no, there's one
Yeah.
design page.
it's like a ton of fucking covers from Derek Chu.
Yeah, he's great though.
It is really good.
I like this first one from Yoshitaka Amano,
It kind of looks like it
Very
would be done
stylish.
in like a
like a tattoo shop.
like a school like
Yeah.
notebook or something.
Yeah, I like her
School
tattoos.
sketchbook.
Like someone just saw Suicide Squad like yesterday
Yeah, and they're
just
like,
wanted
"Let
to
me draw
draw.
this." But yeah, the rest of them are very like fun. I don't like they seem
Animated.
pretty different for like covers for DC. Although the continuity is a little messed up because the cape in this one is not Pink Hearts.
Oh
In
man,
the cover, it's
misleading.
yeah, very misleading.
I mean, how many times has like a cover like misleaded you to the interiors? You know,
Not that often.
I feel like it's 50-50.
Yeah. So pretty good covers. And then there's a Suicide Squad one.
Suicide one.
Yeah, and this is one that you could only get from going to AMC on the debut of Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
The
Nathan.
Suicide Squad. The one in 2021.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did we get one? I don't know.
No,
I don't remember.
I don't think we did.
Oh, we got some character designs. That's
Yep.
cool.
So we do.
Get the keepsake one, and then Kevin, a bunch of Harley stuff.
Yeah, it looks
obviously.
like they tried a couple different things as far as like her hair goes, which I feel like is a pretty important aspect of her character.
Yeah.
So they got that down. And then Kevin, they're like, he's just a fat dude with a neck tattoo.
For
It's not
some
that hard.
reason, I wish Harley's face was different.
Do you
It
wish like her
looks-
eyes are closer together?
Yeah.
I think that I get that.
That's
but
just
I think
like part
this,
of his style, I think.
I think it just kind of fits the
Oh,
style.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Other Harley. So did you like Riley's art or the other artwork that was in this from the other issues, like the Catwoman issue or the
Probably the
Poison Ivy.
Catwoman is more like,
yeah?
You were
it's
expecting?
yeah.
That's
more
fair.
proportionally
But like
correct.
this, yeah.
Yeah,
other
that
one
is
is-
definitely more like traditional. But And it is good. I also really like the coloring. Like they very clearly like rendered her face and like the makeup and stuff and like the lighting on her face very well. I think with the coloring in that issue. But I just like how Riley kind of just like breaks the rules, it feels like.
Yeah.
And he just like kind of does like his style unapologetically.
I love
he's great.
I love a stylized art, you know.
Yeah.
When it just all looks like issue 6, it just gets kind of boring, I guess.
Yeah, I think that would really drop my attention a lot.
Because like when people just like look off, you know, or like Hugo Strange having this like huge beard, you know, it just looks weird.
It is fun.
It like comes out like forward.
Yeah, like who shaves their or trims their beard like that?
And just like brush it forward. Like.
Hairspray and then brush.
Yeah, he uses a lot of product, but pretty fun. So what would you rate this book, Daniel?
I like it.
Yeah, probably.
With like
you rate it,
strawberries and like blueberries, probably.
Oh, nice, because of the red and blue. Like
yeah,
that.
bit of sprinkles. But yeah, just like I like it. I think the art keeps it at like I like it and not like a testing spoon.
Yeah.
You know. So, what about you, Serena? What do you think? What would you rate this? You can rate it
out of the 4.
any food size. You can do like Cane's,
a grande,
or you can get
or
like
tall
Starbucks sizes, things like that.
I think I like a banana split. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Ooh,
what
okay.
size? like it, love it, gotta have it.
Probably in the middle. So like love it.
Love it. Yeah.
Okay, nice. But a banana split, I mean, that gives it extra points for the love it. That's pretty good. What kind of toppings you putting on there?
The ice cream, you know, the sprinkles. I don't know what else you put on the.
I don't know.
the banana.
I don't eat those.
Strawberry ice cream with blueberry ice cream.
Right. Yeah.
I would probably do this like a Starbucks grande pink drink.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's suiting.
Like this is outside of what I normally read, and I do enjoy it, but it's not what I'm just going to continue
You
getting.
just don't want to be seen reading it.
You're in your little corner.
You know what? I feel like the
You wouldn't
pink
drink
drink,
it in public, you know?
I feel like a lot of guys drink pink drink in public now.
They
it
sure
feels
do.
like.
I never.
It's a
seen
little
that,
crazy.
Actually.
You never seen that?
Well, no.
I feel like I do.
Tried a pink drink and it was awful.
Sophia's dad
Really?
gets that.
Oh no.
He just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's like, this is delicious. I
We were
don't
like
care.
all at the mall one time, and he's like, "I'm gonna go get a Starbucks drink," and I'm thinking he's just gonna get like a
Black
Mocha.
coffee.
Americano.
Oh, yeah.
It comes out with a pink drink, which is fine. I think it tastes
Is
pretty
that for,
good.
Is that for Sophia? Or?
Oh, that must be Sophia's. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good book.
Yeah.
So let's get into the poll list. Colin.
Shove it in your box. The pull list, the pull list. What did you shove in your box?
Yep.
Serena, what comics did you get this week?
Harley Quinn, No Good Deed.
Oh, true.
Nice.
True,
Okay, good.
true,
That's a
yeah.
good pick.
Right. What are you going to read next?
Whatever you guys want me to read. I was thinking about actually buying some more comics. I don't know what though. You guys have to.
You watch anime? You can
I
do
do.
manga.
I watched this one anime. It was called like Orin Host Club. It's like a really like romantic anime, and they have a manga, and my friend has it. I was like, I might read that. But I was thinking more
It's fun.
comic books.
What's cool
like
about
action.
like animes is like they only, make so many of like seasons, and you can like once the seasons are done, you can like read the manga after that point.
Yeah.
So you can find out what happens like after the show.
Right.
Or like while they're making the next season kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I like the action one. I didn't know what was the one you read with Sophia?
Berserker.
Yeah, that was gory, right?
Super gory, very bloody.
Yeah.
Very violent, but pretty fun.
Yeah.
She likes a couple different ones as well. I've like recommended a few to her, so she's got a couple Black Widow ones that she's enjoyed because she likes Black Widow a lot.
Sure.
Berserker's on there. There's like a League of Legends comic book that she has and has read. I gave her a King Shark comic one time because I thought it was fun enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good stuff out there. What did you get this week, Daniel? I had a big week.
I got 5 things. I thought I was only gonna get 3, but
That's how it goes.
there's always just a bit of a
Splurge.
surprise.
Yeah.
I got The World's Finest. It's like a Batman Superman book.
Oh fuck,
Number 5.
dude, I missed like the last two.
I
gotta pick that up.
got Batman the Night.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7. by Chip Zdarsky, friend of the pod,
The boy.
frequent guest. I got Do a Powerbomb #2.
I did
It's a
also
comic
get that.
about professional wrestling, like WWE stuff.
Interesting.
It's actually so good.
It's actually insanely good.
I-
I didn't even think I would like it.
I picked it up and I was like, I like the guy that draws this, but if I don't like it, I won't pick it up, and it blew me away. I actually read #2.
So did I.
My jaw fucking dropped.
I like went back to the first one and was like, "There's no way.
It can't be.
It's not true."
Do you have that comic?
Yeah.
Can you open it up? Actually, let me see.
No spoilers. I'll show you #1. Wait, you want to see it?
Yeah, let me see it.
#1, #2.
2.
Okay.
So, Serena, sometimes in comics, they do this thing where at the ends they include the letters of fans of the comic.
Did you send one?
And I'm happy to say that I've made my comic book debut.
Oh wow!
And I wrote a
Stop.
letter, and I marked it okay to print. And this is my little name right here. And
wow.
it says Nathan Natividad, Tradewaiters host.
That's
Let me
so
see.
cool.
Yeah. So I read.
You wrote Trade Waiters host?
I did, and he
Oh,
printed that
dang.
too.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's marketing, baby. Guerrilla marketing.
Smash
So-
that like button.
Everybody was saying like, "Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel," and I was like, "Hello, Mr. Johnson." 'Cause his name's Daniel Warren Johnson, and I was like, I don't know him like that. You know, I don't know
Yeah.
him like Daniel. You know.
Yeah.
So I said, "Wow." I love your ability to bring unapologetic energy of what you love in the comics. Murder Falcon, which is like the thing that is like one of my favorite things in comics that he's done. I said Murder Falcon is something I felt extremely connected to for my love of heavy metal, but I know very little about pro wrestling. And so I love the approach and mystery tied to Do a Powerbomb. The action and emotional beats are amazing. Can't wait for issue 2. And so he like writes back on these and he said, "Nathan, I can't wait for you and everyone else to read issue 2. It's a banger." And it was.
Banger.
Sure was.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, we're going to be posting that on our Twitter for everybody to see, but
I can't believe you're famous. You didn't capitalize waiters?
no, I fucked up.
Interesting.
So,
Trade Waiters, the podcast. Go look it
Yeah,
up.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say like, why don't you put podcast? Like,
That's because you don't want to like
I don't want to like I didn't-
promote too much in someone else's
I was
work.
just happy that my name was on there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
honestly, I'm not
Good.
trying to like it's not like everybody's reading those
Let me see
letters
that.
too, so
Yeah,
but that was pretty cool. So DWJ the GOAT doing his best work. But yeah, the end of issue 2, I was like,
is there an actual storyline to it?
yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh.
It's,
It's
like,
fucking awesome too. I
It's-
thought I was afraid it was gonna be a nacho series, Daniel,
Oh shit.
because the first issue was great, and I'm like, this is a great like premiere issue, but I didn't know how he could elevate it from there, and he does, making it like a whole like do this tournament thing and all that. So it's
we'll
really
like kind of explain it, not to be too spoilery, but like there's this girl whose mom is a wrestler, and she grows up to be like a wrestler, and she's not very good at it, but like this dude who's kind of like the devil, I guess. I don't know. He can grant wishes, and so he wants to he like started watching like Earth television, and he was like, "I love wrestling," and then he's like, "I'm gonna have a tournament, and whoever wins like gets whatever they want," kind of thing, or like gets
Yeah.
a wish kind of thing.
And she's like, okay, so who wins this tournament? Because pro wrestling's like scripted, and he's like, you're so funny.
Yeah, it's like obviously all.
So
So
it's
he's
like
having
silly
pro
goose.
wrestlers actually like fight and like probably kill each other for his entertainment. 'cause
Silly
that's what he
goose.
thinks. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really fun so far.
Yeah, I was like reading the second one. I'm like, all right, this might be the last one, you know.
Mhm.
And then just I read the end of it. I'm like, fuck,
It's so good. It's so
I
good.
don't have the money for this. But
What else did you pick up?
I got After School #2.
I saw that.
It's good. I think I like the first one a bit more, but this one was like a little bit more exciting.
That's cool.
But you don't have to read that one. I think it was written by Kate Herron, who directed like
Oh, the Loki stuff.
Loki, and then also like a few sex ed episodes, sex education.
Oh, on Netflix.
Yeah, and then
That's cool.
Brianni Redmond was also a writer who's also like a co-collaborator with her.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's like this comic where like TV producers and stuff, they like just write one issue and then like wrap up a story. Basically,
Is it the same characters?
No.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
anthology, so
It looked like the
every
same
issue's
character on
different.
the cover, so I was a little confused.
Yeah, it did, but it's not her.
Okay.
But anyway,
Question.
Did you pick up?
See Sweet Tooth back here. Did you watch the whole
Yeah.
The whole no, like watch it, like the Netflix one.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's
Because
pretty
we
good.
watched the first one together, but I didn't know if you finished it or not.
Yeah, I liked it. I watched it mostly on like a plane, but yeah,
Right.
it was. Yeah, I liked it. This like shit's like
Depressing.
way darker. Like, look at him.
Yeah,
He looks sick.
Yeah.
He's so sad.
You so sick.
That's a
And just like
Cool
it's always like
omnibus.
raining and shit's all. What?
I love books.
It doesn't have.
It does smell like a book.
Does it have the new book smell?
Yeah, so everything's all like
Oh, I love
dark.
that
It's
art.
like it's like super. Yeah, the writer also does like the artwork, so it's just one dude who did all this, and so it's like a very dark book, and they didn't do that in the series. It's very family friendly.
Very hopeful. And I'm always rooting for what's his face,
Jeff
Mr.
Lemire?
Sweet. No, Sweet Tooth Man. What's his name? Didn't he have like a first name?
Wait, the guy like the old dude.
Sweet Tooth.
The
Oh,
actual
Sweet Tooth.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I'm always rooting for him though. Like,
Gus.
Gus, that's what it is. Yeah. Did you pick up Jurassic League?
I sure did. Number 3.
Nice. I picked that up too. That's
Is that the one with the kids? Or
no, it's the Justice League, but if they were dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
It's so good.
Is it
That's
good?
another
Oh.
dumb comic that I didn't know I would enjoy as much as I ended up enjoying. So that's very fun.
The dinosaur.
It's a lot
Who's
of
the
fun.
long neckosaurus?
Superman.
Superman.
Long
Good
neckosaurus.
choice.
Yeah.
That's I will never refer to it a different way. I'm sorry.
What did they name the cities? There was like
Gotham.
Gotham and Metropolis or something like that.
How does that make sense?
I have pause. I don't know. It's very fun though.
Okay.
I also picked up Silver Coin number 12.
Okay. I actually stopped picking that up. I didn't realize.
Dude, 11's incredible.
I stopped at like 8.
I'll give you 11. I think I didn't
No.
read like 9 or 10, but 11's like genuinely probably one of the best horror comics I've ever read.
You've read like 2 horror comics.
Wait, what is it called?
It's called Silver Coin, and the idea is that there's every issue there's a different story, but there's one through line which is like a silver coin that is cursed,
It's just rolling around.
and it's just like
ruining
it
people's
somehow
lives.
makes its way into other people's hands, like every issue, and a
That's
fucked up
cool.
thing happens to them.
I like that.
So, but it's funny because sometimes you'll just see it like start Chef Boyardeeing like down the road, just like rolling away.
Stop those commercials.
Yeah, but most actually you don't really see it like leave the person's hands a lot of
Red
the
Bull
time.
does that too now.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's really good. Yeah, then issue like 11 is like a person in a diner, and it's like a diner like kind of struggling because like not a lot of people go to it, and so she like ends up finding this coin somewhere, and it like listens to her say like, oh, I wish more people would come to this diner, and the next day people line up outside the diner wanting to eat, but
Scary.
they keep eating and they cannot stop eating, and
Oh,
on their
cool.
faces they could tell that they want to stop eating but they can't stop eating. And like she like tries to call the police at one point because some dude eats so much that his like stomach rips.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, and so she's like, the power lines are out. This is super weird. Also, we're running out of food, so I'm gonna go get food. And like the shit that happens when she's gone, trying to go get more food to feed these people,
They eat each other.
and she's like getting money from it, obviously. So she's like, this is not weird. It's fine. People are they just haven't had a good meal in a while.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's really
All
it
hundreds
was-
of these people or whatever.
and the way that it ends is really good too. So that was like my favorite issue.
Okay, interesting.
I also picked up Rogues Gallery number 1.
What is that?
No idea.
Okay.
But
is it
Declan
like,
Shalvey did a cover.
my Canes is here.
Oh, nice.
You sure she got canes?
Yeah, she told me.
But Declan Shalvey did a cover, and so I'm like, he only like does covers for good things, I feel like. So I picked it up.
Sure.
But it's written by Hannah Rose May, and Justin Mason does the art. I have no idea who those people are, but I flicked through it. Coloring looks cool, so I'm just gonna check it out.
Is that a Marvel DC thing or
Image.
Image. Okay, so
Yeah.
we don't know.
So,
Q
yeah.
Q Q.
What did you read stuff this week? Did you read anything? Our
Our
bomb.
I think we'd rather talk about some trolls.
Yes.
But so okay, so
Let me hold
let's
on.
talk. Hey,
Before
no,
we
you
do
listen to
that-
me.
No, you listen to me.
Hey,
I read a comic
let's talk about it in the next episode.
and I got scammed. Okay.
You got scammed.
I did. I read The Mandalorian, the Mandalorian #1 comic that came out.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. It is bar for bar just the first episode of The Mandalorian.
Oh, I was gonna read that today.
It is just like literally at the
That
end,
sucks.
there's like IG 11 or 88 or whichever one it is,
And they find
and
the
then
little
they
fucking
find
thing?
Yoda.
how are they gonna do that us like that? Like that's so
I don't know.
disrespectful.
They've never done that before. I'm pretty sure.
Marvel
Like,
does that all the time because they're always like, oh, the prelude to this.
it's not.
Movie.
That's what I thought it was gonna be, but that's like original. No, they like at the
No,
beginning.
the preludes are just like the movies you need to see before that movie comes up.
Even still, dude. I thought it was gonna be like the Mandalorian, but like when he first gets his best car armor or
A
whatever.
prequel or like.
But I got scammed. It's
from when-
$5.
I know. I paid for that shit too.
Oh,
That
no.
sucks.
I got the
Did
Declan
you-
Shelby
so
cover though.
Did you
so
like read the whole thing,
I like.
or did you like read a
You
couple
picked up on the
pages?
first page.
As soon as I saw Queel, I'm like, wait a goddamn minute. And then I flip
Wait a
forward,
fucking
and then it's
minute.
like the thing at.
What the deuce?
Yeah, I know. There's that old guy too, and he's like, I would like to see the baby or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like that old guy. So I was pretty pissed.
We should go to Twitter.
I got fucking scammed.
Yeah.
No, it's too late. It's already
Right.
been out for a week.
Write a hate letter.
I should. So yeah. Anyway,
Um.
I watched some stuff. I watched Solar Opposites.
Oh,
season 3.
great show.
Fucking love that
Show
show.
Yeah,
me
I
on
love,
that.
I love that first episode where like Corvo's like melting or whatever
Yeah.
because no one's like helping or whatever, and he's gonna turn to like this goo, and like at the end he thinks he's gonna die. He's like, I have to goo. Like,
Dude, I can't believe that they did a whole episode where they just wait in a line and they made it interesting.
wait, I'm only like 2 episodes in.
Okay, so that'll be the
Is
next
that the third episode?
They just wait in line.
When they end and like them waiting aligned.
it like continues into the next episode.
It's fucking hilarious.
There's a great couple jokes in there, but I think one that really made me laugh was in episode 2 where Corvo's like, "Oh, if you do this, I'm gonna get so mad that I'm gonna squirt." Like it fucking killed me. I couldn't stop laughing. That show's just like
You put
so
me
dumb.
on that show while we're eating mac and cheese with like chicken in it
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
my famous recipe: salsa chicken mac and cheese.
When
And
you say it out loud like that, does
Mac and chicken.
mac
yeah. So yeah,
Mac
season
and
3
sausage
came out
chicken.
and is great.
Yeah, good stuff. Did you watch anything, Serena?
Yeah, what have you been watching lately?
Anything-
TV shows,
movies?
movies.
Right, you guys probably don't care, but like the
do.
last thing of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
The last, I cried. I genuinely cried.
Why are there memes about the Vec Nussy?
Ah,
Do you
that's so
see the
funny.
Vecna's Nussy?
No, you don't.
Okay.
No,
Sure.
unfortunately.
I didn't watch anything past like the first season of Stranger Things, and then
Okay.
I just came home from work and Sarah's watching. She's halfway through the last episode. And I just watched the rest of it.
No, that makes me so angry.
She's like, "What song is this?" I'm like, "Master of Puppets."
Dude, Metallica, when he played that, I was like, damn, that's
He actually played it. I thought it was really impressive.
Yeah.
He can play that whole shit like
He's
without
so
looking.
fine.
It sounded good.
Yeah, it was
But
it was a lot of fun.
You're not gonna watch it, right?
No,
Oh, he's
not a chance.
when he died, I cried.
That guy that did Mr. Puppet,
Yes.
Mr. Puppets.
Mr. Puppet.
the Mr. Puppet guy.
The Muppet guy died.
Oh no! Wait, so what is that like? What is the concept there? You have to like play a song that you really like because I
think-
feel
So
like
it
people.
distracted so when
The
they were
bats,
on the
Nathan.
upside down, they were trying to distract the
The bats.
bats,
they're
and
upside
so to
down.
come towards them, so they wouldn't attack the other people that were getting to Vecna.
So what do they have to like make a distraction out of something that
Yeah,
they love?
and so no.
Just
They had to make a
distraction in general.
distraction really loud.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
they
So
only-
he's just like, I'm
they
just gonna
just-
fucking
Like
shred
metal.
on this guitar.
It was kind of like what's it called? Quiet Place. So like
Gotcha.
if they hear you, they'll
Oh.
come. You know what I'm saying?
What a way to go
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
Master of Puppets.
Literally.
Most metal.
Actually, he
death
had
ever.
a chance to get out, but
Yeah, he like the way he died was super dumb.
it was
Because
dumb.
he's like, because the other kid, the guy with the
Dustin.
the guy with the teeth, he like ran and got out, and then he was like at the hole,
Yeah.
and then he's just like,
He was like,
no, I need to make people cry this episode
No,
or
but
whatever.
the only
and
reason he
and
did it-
and he leaves and then leads the bats like away, and
The
then
only
just
reason
ends
he
up
did
dying.
it because the bats would have come into the real world.
You can't close the portal or whatever.
No.
Damn, never mind.
Yeah, so that's why he
Couldn't
did
put a
that.
rug
but
over
I'm
it or
like,
something?
why him though? Like Dustin's funny or whatever, but I'm like,
I just see people tweeting like, "Oh, my Vecna song is TikTok by Kesha."
yeah. or
something
it's
like
like
that.
it's like Deep Throat by Cupcake or something. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Or freaking
this is a funny
Low
meme.
Gangers by Logan Paul or some
Yeah,
stuff like
Low
that.
Gangers.
So funny.
Yeah, those are pretty
So
good.
funny.
You watch anything else?
I really haven't.
Have you seen Black Phone?
No, isn't that a movie that came out?
It's supposed to be pretty
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
I heard I saw a TikTok about it, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Have you guys seen it?
Did you watch it?
I watched
Bruh.
it. It's okay.
You want to watch?
Theaters?
Oh.
You know what? Yeah, I saw it in theaters. You can actually rent it because I think it came out a couple of years ago, but like it's like re-released or something.
Oh, I didn't.
You can rent it for like $20 on like at home if you want. I thought I was really gonna like this movie because the very first scene, the very first like frame is like someone opened up a Coors Banquet.
Nice.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
This is my kind of movie.
Yeah, because it's based in like Denver, and they just really want to drive that home, like where they were.
I can smell the canes.
You're like, I know this place anywhere.
Yeah, and so it was cool. I liked it at first. Like the mask was really fucking cool. That was like the best part. But like, it kind of got like, there's like 3 like jump scares in it, so it wasn't too scary. I just expected like a little bit more out of it. And then at the end, it just kind of got like, it started to feel like it, you know, like that movie's like good and all, but there's still like a bunch of kids in it.
Can't really end it very well. Either.
Yeah, it was just odd to me, but it was okay. You might like it. I don't know. Have you ever seen Cabin in the Woods?
I have. Wait, which one is that about?
That's the one. So there's like this.
Is that Daniel Radcliffe?
No. It's got Chris Hemsworth in it.
Oh.
And
Is it the one where they like rent the Airbnb?
no, it's like a dude's cousin like has a cabin in the woods, and they go to it, and there's just like this company that like controls everything that happens in it, and like they place bets on like what like demon they summon and shit like that. And it's just it's more of a comedy, I think.
That's fun.
But yeah, I think you should watch it. I think Sophia would even like, because there's no like jump scares in it. But
No, she won't like it.
I can talk
does
about
she like
scary movies
zombies?
all day.
She doesn't like anything scary.
She doesn't watch any zombie thing.
We actually she does like zombies. Yeah.
Okay, so
we watch
there's
the zombie
the zombies are in it, and I don't know. I was super surprised by it because I just thought it was gonna
People
be
know
like,
it's like a good movie.
yeah, I just thought it was just gonna be some murdering some people in a cabin, just real straightforward. But
Love
no,
that.
it was like this whole thing where everything was controlled, and it was really funny.
Okay, nice.
I love horror movies. When you're talking about the silver coin or whatever, that interests me. So maybe I'll read
It's good.
that.
It's cool because like every issue is like a different kind of,
story.
like one of
Yeah.
them's like just a straight up slasher, and it's really fucking
Wait,
good.
so
That one's great. Yeah.
do they die and then it rolls away?
Basically,
There's like one issue where that happens, but it's
Oh.
kind of just like assumed. Like there are different time periods even. Like so one was like
in the future.
one was like way in the future, and like this coin's still rolling around, Shift Boyarding
You
wherever
seen
it
it too?
pleases.
Or
Yeah,
you read it?
we did an episode.
We did an
on it.
episode on. So if you could read like the first 5 issues and hear us talk about it, that's pretty fun. But yeah, like I think I missed like issue 10, and I just picked up 11.
Yeah, you don't
and-
really have to get all of them.
Yeah, you could just like hop off and hop on, but I think it's like really leveling up even after coming out for like a year now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So
Sick.
Yeah, it sounds
And
like
it's the same guy who does all the artwork, and then he has like different writers every single time.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty cool.
yeah, big fan.
Nice.
Anything else, Nathan? You watch anything else you think of? Serena, think anything else?
No,
All right, great.
I think the solar opposites,
Yep.
and I'm almost done.
What are we gonna read next week? And what are we gonna read next week, Nathan?
We're gonna read Paper Girls.
You sure are. I got Serena a copy for Christmas one time, but she thought that book was too boring.
Did you
so
finish it? Did you read the first
no,
issue
'cause I
and
got
thought it was
bored and I didn't
boring?
wanna finish it.
It's too boring.
You know what? I thought the same thing at first.
I
Like
think
I
it's
think I
'cause-
started reading it just for funsies.
Okay.
And the first issue, I was like, I think I started reading it on a plane, and I was really tired. And there was like
Sure.
4 characters' names I was supposed to remember, and I'm like, I'm too tired for this, and I
Not
stopped.
really.
I think it's just the fact that I've had it and I just wanted a new thing to read. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
still new to you, you know.
what do you,
But
get
I,
away.
Like
I
you
ended
like
up-
Stranger Things, and there's a bunch of kids on bikes. I thought it was the same shit in the '80s, you know.
it does feel very Stranger Things.
But anyway, that's
Yeah,
what
we're
we're
gonna
reading
read that
next week.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for listening, for watching. All of our shit's in our Linktree. Thank you, Serena, for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you,
You
for
want to
having
plug
me.
the gram or whatever?
Which one?
The one.
Trade waiters, you know.
No, your shit.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Don't follow Serena
Do
Natividad.
not follow
Yeah,
at
do
Serena
not.
Natividad.
Do not do that.
My TikTok at Serena Natividad.
Definitely not that
Don't
one either.
follow
Don't do that. We're
Don't
saying do
do
not.
that.
Definitely
Yeah,
do not.
don't do that.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming on, Serena.
Thank you.
We'll have to do it again, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll do
definitely
maybe a better book.
will.
This one was still fun,
We'll
though.
put you on next time.
Can we do a horror one? I want to do that.
Yeah, we'll do a horror book.
Oh, yeah, you should
Come
come.
back in October. We do all horror books.
Yeah.
Ah, that sounds so fun.
It's
Do you guys
definitely
do Christmas books too?
The week before Christmas, we find one. Yeah.
Yeah, if they are. I actually found like 3 of them. I was looking into it.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway.
Christmas month.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.